We're looking live at the State House Convention Center in Little Rock, Arkansas. Thank you, Brent. We have live coverage tonight of the Tournament of Champions, one of boxing's great amateur events, the 2005 Golden Gloves National Championships. And we move now to the 125-pound division. Prenice Brewer out of Cleveland, Ohio, and Samson Guillermo, as we take a look at the Bowflex, easy for me to say, tail of the tape. And here's how these two match up. Brewer 5 years younger than Guillermo. Guillermo, as we started to say, grew up in Honolulu, but now goes to Northern Michigan University. He gives away 3 inches to Brewer, so he's going to have to try to get inside of him, but he's got 12 years of experience, and even though he does have 7 years more experience, he has a whole lot fewer fights. He's had 60 amateur fights, and as you can see, 127 amateur fights for Brewer. That number could be a little bit misleading because when you fight at 8, 9, and 10 years old, doesn't really mean a whole lot in the great scheme of things. Each had a relatively easy road to get into the final here. Each is brimming with confidence. Guillermo's guy, we think, really sets down very well on his punches and has really more of a professional style. Brewer, on the other hand, feels that he's got a jab, he's got a move, and that's going to be the key to his success. Third man in the ring will be Steve Grieber out of Washington, D.C. And Steve looks like he'd take care of business in there. And with that, once more, we go to the center of the ring announcer, Jim Brinson. Jim?
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the 125 weight division. Introducing first in the red corner, representing the Cleveland franchise, Prenice Brewer. And representing the blue corner and the Wisconsin franchise, Samson Guillermo.
I think when Samson Guillermo was a youngster in Hawaii growing up, starting to box, he ever thought he'd hear the words representing Wisconsin?
No, that's right.
and while he's living in Michigan, mind you.
That's right.
We should point out that the reason they say they're representing different states sometimes than fighters live in is because it's where the franchise of the Golden Gloves is in. So he's in Northern Michigan right now, but nevertheless, he's representing Wisconsin.
Prenice Brewer in his first open tournament and fighting a guy who has been around the track a little bit in Samson Guillermo. He said he's a grown man when we asked Prenice about Samson.
Yeah, he said, is he bigger than you? Yeah, he's a grown man. Of course he's strong. The interesting thing is that for him to get to we have several boxers who have gotten to the finals with this Golden Gloves being their first open tournament as they moved up from the Junior Olympics and junior tournaments, and Brewer is one of them, and it's a pretty good accomplishment. It really is.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And if in fact the game plan is to stick and move, I would say Brewer early in this fight is doing that with some effectiveness. Not allowing Guillermo to get inside. Guillermo, as we mentioned, up at Northern Michigan University. That's been a real hotbed of amateur boxing. Al Mitchell running a great program up there. Guys can box, get an education. That's the plan for Guillermo. He's majoring in electronic imaging, and he says, that's my career path. If things work out in boxing, so be it. But I'm thinking about electronic imaging.
And you know, the way this fight is setting up so far, it's being fought at a pace that Brewer likes because it's being an outside battle. Now here's Guillermo getting on the inside. That's where he wants to be, where he can rip those right hooks, and he's got a terrific right hook.
Yeah, he does have much more, we touched upon this earlier, of a professional style. He really turns nicely on his punches, sets down very well on his punches.
See what Brewer's doing well. He's switching up his movement, for the most part moving to his left, which is where he's supposed to be moving, and using that jab to keep Guillermo at bay.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a case of, it seems to me, going in there with a game plan and executing it extremely well. And he's not really a runner. I mean, he's a mover, but he's not running. He's sticking.
Short, right? Don't even pop your jab, right? Give him a little more faster punches and get in, right? Okay? And combination. Get back, move left and right, all right? Don't give him an angle. Don't sit in one spot. You're trying to sit there, boy, too slow. Keep him going in a circle. Keep turning on. He won't get off, right? Don't let him get power. You got to load up on it, right? He's too mobile, all right? Make sure you get 2 left feet.
Double jab. Straight left, look for the right hook. All right? Continue the pressure here. You stay on the outside. I don't want you on the end of the punches, okay? We got to pick it up a little bit more. Continue to use that jab, okay? But we need aggressiveness behind it. How you feel? Okay? You feel okay? All right, listen to me.
He's a very quiet guy in the
all right,
corner,
you ready for
Guillermo.
this? Fight for the championship, baby. Let's go. Pick it up, all right? Double the jab up.
Great advice against the double jab, telling him to get in and be aggressive. That's exactly what he needs to do.
So round 2, and I thought a very effective first round fought by Prenice Brewer. He just did not allow Guillermo to get into his comfort zone.
The jab of Brewer has been very, very effective, and he's kept it out there. If you fight a lefty, sometimes it's hard to land the jab, but if you're committed to throwing that punch and you double up with it, you can make it effective. And I would have never thought, if you'd asked me that Samson Guillermo was going to be on the outside so long in this bout at the punches of Brewer, I would have said no, but he has been.
Doesn't seem to want to come in behind a jab. He's just looking for a way to rush in, and that just hasn't happened very much.
And the movement of Brewer is very good in this fight.
Yes, it is. And again, that credit to his corner. That's they told him go one way, then go the other way. Don't give him the same look 2 times in a row.
And the reason that Guillermo's having such a hard time is when he does press forward and get inside, immediately Brewer steps to his left or his right and doesn't let him corner him.
Nice little combination.
Good counter by Brewer, yeah.
That was picked on the gloves by Brewer. Quick right hand.
Obviously, on the outside, this is not likely to be Guillermo's fight. He's just not going to win it. He's got to get on the inside where he can throw that right hook. Oh, my.
Boy, he is really finding a home. It's a very nice combination set up by the jab.
And Guillermo's making a huge mistake. He's squaring himself up and leaving himself wide open for the right hand. See, and then when he throws that left, he's wide open. So he's giving Brewer a very big chance to land the right. What does Brewer do? He switches to lefty momentarily. No, go back to righty, Prenice, please, for your sake. Look at the lead right of Brewer just getting in at will.
Yeah, that's an excellent round, I thought, for Prenice Brewer.
Right, you step that jab and play, right? And you set up, and you move, sit like up, and put your jab in play, right? Go side jab, double jab up, right? Right, throw double jab, single jab, right? Throw 2 jabs straight right hand. You got me telling you? You throw a right hand, throw a hook behind it, right? Yes, sir. He's a southpaw. You got to throw that hook on, right? You threw a right hand, throw a hook right behind, okay? Right, give him angle. No, 2 jabs, throw 1 jab, throw 2 jabs.
He's gone. Think about it, okay? Now, you got to start punching with him. When he throws that lazy jab, he pops that jab out there, you got to punch with him. Put him in 2s and 3s, but punch at the chest, okay? You got to back him up.
Prenice Brewer did a very good job from the outside of landing the right hand and using the jab to set it up. Look at that, right up the middle, and Guillermo kind of squaring himself to him, making that job easier. That's a classic 1-2 combination. Brewer has just the perfect amateur style, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. He got that long jab. It's interesting, in Guillermo's corner, he's talking about the lazy jab. I haven't noticed the lazy jab. It looks pretty darn good to me.
So he's throwing it very well, keeping Guillermo at bay. And you see, when Guillermo looks like he's going to corner him, as he did there, Brewer moves to his right or his left. And that's the key. That's the one thing that's making this very difficult for Guillermo.
And he continues to move left, move right, stick the jab, quick combinations, right up the middle. There Guillermo gets to it. There's a sharp left hand from Brewer again. Takes a left hand from Guillermo.
And that was where Guillermo was trying to throw the right hook to the body, but was simply too slow and was countered with a beautiful left hook by Brewer. This is a coming out party for Prenice Brewer. It really is. In his first open tournament, he gets to the finals of the National Golden Gloves, and against a veteran, a 22-year-old who's at the top of his game, and look how he's performing. It's very special for him.
Yeah, said he got taken to the gym the first time as mom's boyfriend. He didn't hang around, but Prenice Brewer did.
Hanging around at that gym, that's for sure.
There's a left hand from Guillermo.
Guillermo's problem is his best punch is not his straight left, even though it's an okay punch. He's reduced to trying to throw that punch because he can't get the right hook in at all. And we saw in the semifinals Guillermo threw all those body shots, and he's landed almost no body shots in this fight. Hasn't been close enough.
I mean, Brewer's just kind of toying with him. He's got his hands down at his thighs. Guillermo just doesn't seem to be able to do any business. He just kind of leaned back out of the way of that punch. I'm very surprised here so far.
Yeah, we thought Guillermo would be difficult for Brewer as he came in, but he's not able to work
Slip
inside.
Oftentimes you'll see that happen. The painted part of the ring there, when it gets perspiration on it, becomes very slippery, and you see that a lot in boxing. I thought a better round for Guillermo, but I'm still not sure he did enough to win the round.
Right? Let your hands speak. Counter should move, all right? Counter move, right? And back on that jab, all right? Come on, pick it up in space. From the bottom of your hip, throw it up, right? Come on, combination, baby. It's yours, right? Right, showtime, right? You give them angles, keep pivoting, right? Turn them in circles, keep turning them.
Of course, notable champions at 125 pounds, probably the most notable, Oscar De La Hoya.
2 minutes left,
and then of course he would move up in weight, but he was brilliant as an amateur. People forget that now.
I know you got the energy, okay? Give it to me, champ. This is what you train for, all right?
Well, here's where Guillermo tries to, well, he landed a good straight left hand there to the head of Brewer as he was coming in. That's one of the few bright spots in this bout for Samson Guillermo. And there's another one. So he got some straight left hands in during the course of that round. But for the most part, Brewer controlled that round and won it.
That water in the corner, coach. The water in the corner.
Round 4, and Guillermo's really got to get getting, in our opinion.
Now, Guillermo, we showed it in the replay, and he comes right out here in round 4 and starts landing straight left hands. Now, that may not be his money punch, but he's landing, and so why not? So he's closed the distance a little bit between himself and Brewer, and he's starting to land some good shots. Is this fight still within winning distance for Guillermo? Probably, even though he's had some tough times in the first 2 rounds.
It is aggregate total of punches.
Yeah, exactly. So if he has a monstrous 4th round, still there for him.
I don't notice either of these guys running out of gas, though. They both seem to have plenty left in their tank.
See, look on the inside now. Guillermo is kind of getting there. He's able to rough him up, land a few things. From Guillermo's standpoint, he thinks it's a shame he couldn't do this early in round 3 or round 2. He'd really be in a hunt.
And I think actually Brewer doing a fairly good job when he gets him inside. One punch may land, but seldom does a combination land. And again, Brewer just continuing to kind of pepper him from the outside. Nice counter left hand right there by Guillermo. And left to the body. Much better round for Guillermo, and the only question is he too little too late?
Yeah, for the last 3 minutes and 50 seconds, or 2 minutes and 50 seconds of this fight, he's been very, very good. But what preceded that wasn't so good for him. So that's why Samson may still not be able to get enough done to win this. We'll see. Either way, a superb beginning to his open career for Prenice Brewer, who, after winning the Junior Olympics, comes in here in his first senior tournament and does extremely well.
Yeah, very, very well. Well, we're going to have the decision at 125 pounds, and I think it should be an interesting decision. Who get it? Prenice Brewer, Samson Guillermo. We're coming back. We'll find out. We're live. Don't go away. Welcome back live on ESPN Classic, the finals of the Golden Gloves Tournament of Champions for 2005. 125-pound division is in the books. Who wins it? Here's Jim Brinson.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the 125-pound weight division, your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Prenice Brewer, representing the Cleveland franchise.
Well, the first open competition for Prenice Brewer, and he comes up a winner, and he beat a tough guy in Samson Guillermo. Perfect idea going into this fight of how he was going to win it. He told us about it earlier today. He said, I'm going to jab, I'm going to move, I'm going to try to throw combinations. It's exactly what he did. I think he executed the game plan about as good as you could do it. Al?
Thank you, Barry. We're here with Prenice Brewer, who this has been a pretty good first open tournament for you, huh? Kind of the way you planned it.
Yeah, the way I planned it, I thought I'd win.
Did you? You were confident. This is a tough guy. You kept him on the outside with your jab, your straight right. Even landed some really good counter left hooks.
Yeah, I mean, because he's too short and his arm's short, so he can't hit me from the outside. He's too little.
You have what seems to be a very good amateur boxing style. You want to stick around, obviously, and try for the Olympic Games, don't you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, congratulations. Great win.
All right, thanks.
All right. Prenice Brewer wins in his first Open tournament. Let's go back to Barry.
Okay, thanks very much, Alan. Thanks to Prenice Brewer, and a guy who I think very big upside and a very bright future. Prenice Brewer from Cleveland, Ohio. Well, we've been